What it do, everybody, and welcome back to All Sports Media TV. I am your host, KJ the Great. First things first, I want to say I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, let's talk about something that hasn't happened but may happen real soon, sooner than you think. I think we might have a potential super fight on our hands between two of the young greats of today, two undefeated fighters, as you can see from the thumbnail. Devin the Dream Haney, 3-division champion, former undisputed lightweight champion, former WBC junior welterweight champion, current WBO welterweight champion. And Shakur Stevenson, Sugar Shakur, whichever one y'all want to call him, 3-division champion, the current WBC lightweight champion, former junior lightweight champion, former featherweight champion, currently will be taking on the WBO Ring Magazine champion, Teofimo Lopez, going for his 4th division, man. 4th division. All of this before the age of 30. Now, the reason I say this could be a potential super fight on our hands, so you know the WBO has that rule where you can jump the line if you move up into another weight division, and you can immediately challenge the champion. It's happened many a times. Or the champion will vacate the title. We've seen it happen many a times. Most notably, one of the current generational greats, that being the current unified heavyweight champion, Alexander Usyk. He moved up from cruiserweight, became the WBO mandatory, fought for the title, won the title, and have had it ever since. Well, until recently. Now, Devin Haney, 33 wins, no losses, no draws. Shakur Stevenson is 23 wins, no losses, no draws. Devin Haney has 15 knockouts. Shakur Stevenson has 11 knockouts. So not the biggest all-around punchers. Devin Haney possesses one of boxing's best jabs out there. He can be slick. He can fight from range. He can move real well. Depending upon the style of his opponent, he'll stay in front of him or he'll move. You look at the fight with Lomachenko, he was right there in the pocket fighting. You look at the fight with recently with Brian Norman, he was right there in his face, popping that jab, moving only when necessary, keeping him at distance, fighting at a mid-range type of thing. Man, it's just crazy what this young guy can do, man. He's 27 years old, looking to unify the welterweight division, the storybook division in all of boxing, one of the greatest divisions. You know, you got the lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, and heavyweight divisions. Those are the marquee divisions out there. Now, with Shakur Stevenson, he proved that he could fight in a phone booth and still not get hit. Look at his fight with William Zepeda. He was right there in his face, and I mean, he was making him miss, making him pay, and he's proved that he's one of the best defensive fighters in all of boxing. Not the most exciting way to fight, but he's proven that he can go out there, win the fight by not getting hit, and, you know, doing just enough to get the win. Now, with these two clashing, Devin Haney is slightly bigger in frame. Shakur Stevenson, he is pretty close in the same size. The arm reach is, not far off. Skill-wise, as far as like a defensive style, Shakur has that edge. Jab, I do give that edge to Devin Haney. But I think it's going to be interesting, man, because I believe Shakur Stevenson will beat Teofimo. And at that point, it's really whatever he wants to do. There was talks of him moving up to welterweight to fight Conor Benn, but Conor Benn has just been named the mandatory challenger for the winner of Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. So that might be out of the question. Devin Haney called out Rolly Romero to unify the divisions, but Rolly Romero is trying his hardest to focus on the fight with Manny Pacquiao, legendary 8-division world champion, which that might not even happen. In my opinion, Devin Haney should look to unify the divisions with Louis Crocker, who is the IBF welterweight champion. There is no 10-pound rehydration clause. So, and also, unifications do trump mandatories. So that's the only way that if Shakur Stevenson moved up, that this fight won't happen. You remember Shakur Stevenson jumped in the ring after the fight with Lomachenko. Devin Haney told him, "I'm number one, bro." And then Shakur said, "For now." So now could be the time. If he moves up and challenges Devin Haney currently doesn't have a mandatory challenger. So within a year, Devin Haney could be unified and Shakur Stevenson could possibly be the WBO junior welterweight champion looking to become a 5-division world champion. That would be crazy. 5 divisions before he turns 30. How many fighters have done that in history, man? 5 divisions before the age of 30? Telling y'all. But I think if Devin Haney doesn't get the fight with Rolly Romero, which he knows is a very winnable fight, he should go after Louis Crocker, like I said before, unify the belts. That would immediately put him as the number 1 welterweight in the world. Ring Magazine maybe even getting involved. And the only way Conor Benn doesn't get that mandatory shot is if they revisit the rematch with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, which will be for 3 belts. 3 belts at that time. Now, say that doesn't happen. Ryan Garcia beats Mario Barrios, which I fully expect to happen. He goes after the rematch with Rolly, which will be another title unification. I expect him to win the second fight, although I expected him to win the first. You never know what happens. If he beats Rolly Romero, that means he'll have 2 belts. Devin Haney could possibly have 2 belts. They could square off in a rematch for undisputed at some point, maybe late next year, early 2027. That would be the only thing keeping Shakur Stevenson out of the loop with those belts. Now, if that does happen for Shakur, he should unify the junior welterweight division. Nothing wrong with that. It will fully cement him as even more great of a fighter. Terrence Crawford unified that division, became undisputed at that division. And if he does become undisputed at that division, just move up after all the belts are collected by either Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney, challenge them then, and you can immediately become a 2-division undisputed champion by the age of like 31, if it does play out like that. I think that's how it might play out if all else fails. Well, let me know what you guys think about this, man. We got some major fights going on in our hands, potential fights. Let's put the pressure on these fighters to make the best fights. We're tired of seeing these sluggish bum fights. Let's make it happen. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Peace.